buy or sell. This is a series where I ask you guys for your hottest takes and I tell you whether I buy them, agree, or sell them, disagree. Instead of Twitter, this time I went to the YouTube community tab and asked you guys to give me your hottest takes for the 2024 season. And let me tell you, the YouTube community tab, you guys showed up. Over 500 of you replied. Can't wait to read through some of these and tell you whether I agree, buy or disagree, sell these takes. As always, make sure to drop a like on the video if you are enjoying buy or sell. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next opportunity to get involved in one of these videos, and get in the comment section down below. Let me know some of your hot takes for maybe the next video. But first, I want to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, SoRare MLB. SoRare is the best way to play fantasy sports, and if you have not yet signed up, let me give you even more reason why. Right now, SoRare MLB is running their All-Star Collection event, and you might be wondering, why am I interested? Well, one, it's free to play, and two, you have an opportunity to win a VIP experience to MLB All-Star Week. By simply collecting cards on SoRare, you automatically boost your collection score, which then boosts gameplay opportunities, gives you gameplay bonuses and exclusive rewards. And if you are one of these VIP experience winners, here's what you get. It's pretty amazing. 1 ticket to the MLB Home Run Derby, 1 ticket to the MLB All-Star Game, 1 ticket to the MLB Futures Game, a ticket to view the Home Run Derby or All-Star Game batting practice on the field, 4 tickets to MLB Play Ball Park, 1 for each day, and $1,000 travel credit. And again, if you click my link in the description, it's absolutely free to start. You don't have to spend any money to play SoRare, and just start playing right now. Like, I'm going to register my team for the upcoming game week, make my lineup, and see if I can compete for some amazing rewards and cash prizes. So again, click the link in the description to sign up for SoRare MLB right now, absolutely free. Enter the All-Star Collection event so you have the opportunity to win a VIP experience, and see if you can beat me in fantasy baseball. I know you can't, but we'll just have to wait and see. Thank you to SoRare for sponsoring today's video. We're going to start with a hot one. This has 12 upvotes as well. Winn is a top 10 shortstop in Major League Baseball right now. I'm going to sell, and the reason being is I feel like I can just name 10 others that I would prefer. Maybe this year, production-wise, he is technically playing like a top 10 shortstop, but he is not a top 10 shortstop in Major League Baseball. He's not a bad player. I think he's a completely solid, very decent Major League Baseball player at the shortstop position. But honestly, like, even just looking at the shortstop position this year, he's 13th in F4, behind guys like Jeremy Pena, who I'd probably still pick over him. CJ Abrams, I think, is better. I think O'Neal Cruz is going to be better. Maybe isn't currently better, but I think will be better. Bo Bichette is a better shortstop, not playing like it this year, but I think Winn is good, but I'm not willing to put him in that top 10 conversation just yet. The hit profile is just a little awkward for becoming one of the better shortstops in the league. Also, guys like Trey Turner haven't really played very much this year, so he would also be better. Yeah, I saw this one pop up quite a bit. You guys were not happy with some of my tier rankings, and this one is Guardians or World Series contenders. And while they're playing really well, I have to sell this take too. I told you why I don't think they are. I think this team is good. I don't think they're great. They play in a weaker division. I don't want it to get skewed that the American League Central is better than it has in the past, or that it is a bad division. I think right now the NL Central is the worst division in all of baseball in terms of competition. But the Cleveland Guardians record in that division is still not the same of that even being in the AL West or the AL East or the NL East or NL West. Like, it's just not the same. The Guardians are a very good team, and if they go out and they get some pieces, they can very much be a World Series contender. But we've seen better Guardians teams struggle to get to that World Series contender level, and while they're playing really well, and Steven Quan is amazing, and Jose Ramirez is amazing, and David Fry's a dog, and that bullpen is disgusting, I just don't know if they have enough to beat some of the mega teams here, like the Orioles, like the Yankees, like the Mariners right now in the American League. I don't see it, but they're very good, so I unfortunately have to sell though. Go Tigers 2024 says Paul Skenes will finish top 5 in Cy Young voting as a rookie. I'm buying this 100%. Paul Skenes is just so good. Paul Skenes is out of control. I think I talked about it. I don't know what video it was recently, but I'm ready to put Paul Skenes as one of the 10, maybe even 5 best pitchers in Major League Baseball right now, and he's only made 7 starts, 40 innings. What he's doing is pretty disgusting. Fastball 102, the splinker is unhittable, the slider, the changeup, everything that Paul Skenes does is phenomenal. In those 40 innings, a 2.29 ERA, a whip at .992. He's striking out 34% of the batters he's facing, walking under 5%. He is doing Cy Young caliber stuff as a rookie. He is already one of the best pitchers in baseball, and I'm willing to be way ahead of the curve here and just stake my flag as, yeah, top 5 in Cy Young for sure this year. As long as they give him the innings. I don't know what the Pirates are going to do. I don't know if they're going to limit innings, especially if they lose being involved in the playoff race at some point, which maybe they won't. They're kind of decent, but I think he should be top 5 in Cy Young as long as things continue like we've seen, because he's nasty. Ben Jackson says Houston Astros are buyers at the trade deadline and make the playoffs, appearing for their 8th consecutive ALCS. Ooh, I think this is the year that the streak ends, so I am going to sell it, but I do think they're going to be buyers at the deadline. I agree with that totally. It's just, again, I think the Mariners are better. I think the Yankees are better. I think the Orioles are better. It's going to be tough, and they also just like have to make the playoffs. This is a team that's not guaranteed to make the playoffs right now, even though I think they're better than they're playing. They still have to make the playoffs. So I don't like buying this take because it feels like it's going to be an uphill battle, and it just doesn't feel like this current iteration situation of the Astros, the way they're playing, the way the pitching's going, with the injuries even, that they're going to be an ALCS-bound team. But also at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me because the Astros are so good, professional organization, but I am going to have to sell this take. This one is a lot. RB4916. Jurickson Profar proves he's for real and finishes top 5 in NL MVP voting while the Padres again fail to make the playoffs. Sell, because I actually think the Padres are going to make the playoffs, but I don't think Jurickson Profar finishes top 5 in NL MVP voting. He is for real. I think this is the Jurickson Profar we can expect now. Maybe not a 900 OPS for the entire season, but he is going to be a plus offensive player who can play multiple positions. He's going to be a decent outfielder for you. He's going to have value. He's getting on base. He's hitting the ball for a little bit more power, a little more pop in that bat. He's good. I'm buying that Jurickson Profar is actually a good player now, but I don't think he gets top 5 in NL MVP. I don't think they're going to miss the playoffs either, so I'm weirdly selling this one, even though we're on the opposite sides. Like, I think they make the playoffs and he's not top 5 MVP. This is a bizarre one. RB, thank you for it though. You know what, Colin Lambert? I'm going to take the bait. You got in here with a terrible take. Volpe should be an all-star starter in the AL at shortstop. Sell, sell, sell. First off, Gunnar Henderson in your own division, simply better at everything. Everything he does, he's better. So Gunnar Henderson in your own division would be the all-star game starter. And then there also is Bobby Witt Jr. And Bobby Witt Jr. would also be a better choice to be the all-star game starter at shortstop. So Volpe's having a nice little year, but he's not Gunnar Henderson or Bobby Witt Jr. He's not relatively close. And guess what? Carlos Correa is having a better year too. Carlos Correa would probably get it over Volpe. I don't even think he's a top 3 choice right now. In case you guys haven't seen what Carlos Correa is doing, just check out the numbers. He's playing incredibly well, but we're selling this bad take. You got me. You got on buy or sell. You did it. Vlogger 3067 says, I think the Giants record would be a lot worse than what it is right now if Elliot Ramos wasn't single-handedly carrying the team. Yeah, I'll buy this all day. Elliot Ramos is carrying this roster. Jorge Soler starting to heat up a little bit. They're going to get some guys back from injury now, but yeah, Elliot Ramos is saving this team season right now in terms of the offense. Like right now in 165 plate appearances, 9 homers, a 310 average with a 933 OPS. He's playing really well. The only thing that concerns me is that the high K rate and high whiff rate, but he has good chase rates and he's hitting the ball hard. He's barreling it. This confusing player, but he's playing out of control good. So I'll buy it. He's saving this Giants season and he's looking really good. Maybe a little bit of a refresher that sometimes prospects just take a little bit more time. Maybe sometimes you see a guy play. He had 76 at-bats before this season. Maybe you don't call someone a bust until you actually see them get a chance to play every single day. Elliot Ramos seems to be a prime example of that because this dude is a dog. He was like a top prospect and we just gave up on him for kind of no reason. It's insane. He's a beast. Noah Umbrino 7299. The Red Sox make some moves at the trade deadline and secure themselves a playoff spot. I know I just put the Red Sox in the whatever you're okay tier, but I can buy this completely, so I'm going to. I do think that the Red Sox get aggressive at the trade deadline. They're playing some good baseball right now. I think they're winning a bunch of games. I don't know what their win streak's at, but they've been beating the Blue Jays. They beat the Yankees a little bit. They beat the Phillies even, but they've been playing good baseball. And I think that they can convince themselves that they are a playoff caliber team. And with the new format in the playoffs, they're definitely worthy of that last or even second to last wild card spot. So I can see the Red Sox going out, being aggressive this trade deadline. Maybe not landing one of the biggest names, but maybe some sneakier pieces, kind of like they have with free agency or these guys that they've been playing recently, like David Hamilton playing well. Go figure. Reese McGuire and Connor Wong being really good players. Go figure. Dom Smith filling in at first base for Tristan Casas right now. They're finding a way to make it work. And I do think that if they grab a couple more pieces to put around their big guys like Duran and Devers, they can make some noise. Carrier for Collectibles asks, you want bold? Steven Quan hits 400. Yeah, this is bold. He's hitting, I think, 397 at the time of recording. It's just, I don't see it happening in modern baseball. It feels almost impossible. Pitchers are so smart and defenses will adjust and play better to where he's hitting it. It's just going to be hard now. Will Steven Quan hit 350, 360? Oh, I think it's very much in the realm of possibility. Will he hit 370, 380? I think that's a bit of a stretch, but I can see it happening. The guy is showing no signs of slowing down. He's been an elite contact hitter ever since he stepped foot on the baseball field. He has gotten even better at the plate. Like the stuff that he's doing is incredibly sticky. Do I think he hits 400 though? No, I unfortunately have to sell this. It's such a hard number to hit. It is baseball immortality almost in a way. And while Steven Quan is awesome, I just don't think that it can happen in modern baseball. It's nothing against him. At Jammin5 Dodgers says, Dodgers don't need Mookie Betts. I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying because this team is still loaded, but sell. This team needs Mookie Betts. This team definitely needs Mookie Betts. He played shortstop, and granted, it hasn't been amazing, but it also hasn't been absolutely terrible. What he brings at the plate offensively is just out of control good. Mookie was literally one of the best offensive players in baseball this year. So to say that they don't need him, again, I know where your brain's at. I understand what you're thinking and what you're saying because you got Ohtani, you got Freeman, you got Will Smith, you got all these talented players, but you can't lose one of the best players in baseball and be like, we're going to be fine. Don't worry. Joseph Swaim, the World Series is Phillies versus Orioles with the Phillies winning in 7. That's not my pick by any means, but I do buy the take. I think these are two of the best teams in Major League Baseball. Again, if you saw my tier list ranking ranking video about the teams the other day, you would know I had both these teams in the elite tier, and I believe it. I think they are two of the 4 or 5 best teams in Major League Baseball. The Phillies have been phenomenal from the start. The pitching is great. The bullpen stepped up. Bryce Harper's playing at MVP level. Trey Turner's back. That team is just getting a ton out of all their players. And then the Orioles have the incredible young core of Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, who is dominant on the pitching side. They've been phenomenal too. Corbin Burns is just so good. Grayson Rodriguez. That bullpen is really solid as well. Losing Kyle Bradish hurts. Losing Tyler Wells hurts. They're going to need to probably get one more pitcher at the deadline, but I expect them to. This is a team that are both ready to win the World Series this year. They're both going to be aggressive, and I think they both have a really good shot at getting there. So I buy that Joseph Swaim. Swagboy 2K335 says Mets are going to win the World Series, and this is probably a troll, but of course I'm going to sell this one. As much as I love the Grimace Mets, and I love the memes, and I love how well they've been playing, this iteration of the New York Mets is not a World Series team. They are a borderline postseason team, and that's when all things are clicking and going the right way. They're a borderline postseason team. Like Lindor has been amazing since moving to the leadoff spot. Nimmo is feeling comfortable in the 2. Pete looks better in the 4. JD Martinez in the 3. The pitching scares me. The bullpen is still a little bit inconsistent. The starting pitching isn't particularly great. There are problems with this team. As much as I'd love to say that they're going to win the World Series, I got my fingers crossed that they are competitive the rest of the year and fight for a postseason spot, and then we're playing with house money at that point. But yeah, it's gonna be one of the few times on record you'll get me saying no, the Mets are not going to win the World Series. All right, I like this one for the final one. Call Me Con 15 says Juan Soto gets a contract similar to Shohei Ohtani, and I'm all over this. I'm buying it completely. First off, you're gonna have 2 of the biggest teams in terms of money bidding over him. 3 of the biggest teams probably. I bet you the Dodgers are still gonna try it. Why not? Unlimited money. They're gonna go for it. The Mets are gonna go for it. We have the most money in all of baseball, and the Yankees are gonna want to go for it, along with probably every other team in baseball wants Juan Soto. So the price is gonna be through the roof. He's gonna be 25, 26 years old when he hits free agency. We never see that. So he's gonna get what, like a 10, 12, 15-year contract, and he's worth probably what, 40, 50 million dollars a year. I mean, he's just so unbelievably good. What he's doing with the Yankees this year is out of control. I actually don't think we're talking about Juan Soto and how good he is enough. So far this season, in 72 games, 18 homers, 12 doubles, 55 RBIs. He's walked 6 more times than he struck out, 58 walks to 52 strikeouts, a 313 average with a major league best 436 on base, 588 slugging, and a 1023 OPS. And he's 25. He turns 26 in October. I mean, unload the Brinks truck, whatever you got to do. I think there's almost no amount of money that will be too much money for a guy like Juan Soto. So yeah, I expect his contract to rival that of Shohei Ohtani's. Granted, probably not 700 million, but I think he's in the 500 million range for sure, and I'd be shocked if it's anything less. All right, YouTube comment section, you brought the heat. These were some crazy ones. Of course, I'm going to flip back and forth between Instagram, Twitter, YouTube for the next buy or sell. So make sure you are following me on all my social media, links in the description down below. Drop a like on the video if you do enjoy buy or sell, as well as subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the content coming at you. You see, your boy's been pumping out some videos. I'm just saying, take a look. That's where I'll wrap up today's video though, guys. You know the drill from here on out. YouTube recommends you watch this video. This is my most recent upload, so click through those if you have not yet seen them. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching, and I'll see you all on the next video. Bye.